Nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia, the Philippines is more than just a paradise of beaches and islands. It's a nation that has caught the attention of world powers for centuries. With its strategic position in the Pacific, rich natural resources, and growing economy, it's no surprise that powerful countries, both past and present, are eager to gain influence here. But why and how? Today, we uncover the 10 global giants that have tried, or are still trying, to shape the future of the Philippines. 1. Spain, the empire that changed everything. Spain's influence on the Philippines began in 1565 and lasted more than 3 centuries. But their interest wasn't just about spreading religion, it was about trade, territory, and control of the spice routes. They introduced Catholicism, built roads and forts, and governed the country with a centralized system. Town names, festivals, even parts of the Filipino language bear marks of this European legacy. But Spain didn't just leave behind churches and colonial buildings, it left a foundation that shaped Filipino identity for generations. 2. The Netherlands, the forgotten rival. While most people don't associate the Dutch with the Philippines, they were a major threat to Spain's control during the 1600s. The Dutch wanted to dominate Asian trade routes, and the Philippines was the key. They launched several naval attacks, especially near Manila, but were ultimately pushed back by Spanish and Filipino defenders. Though their occupation attempts failed, their repeated efforts showed the world that the Philippines was more than just a remote colony, it was a highly valued prize. 3. Great Britain, a brief but bold entry. During the global conflict known as the 7 Years' War, British forces captured Manila in 1762 and held it for nearly 2 years. Their goal, undermining Spanish power in Asia. Although they never took full control of the archipelago, their occupation exposed just how vulnerable Spain's hold had become. This brief encounter would later encourage revolutionary thoughts among Filipinos, who began to question European dominance. 4. The United States, ally or occupier. After defeating Spain in the Spanish-American War of 1898, the United States acquired the Philippines and began over 40 years of colonial rule. The Americans introduced democratic institutions, an English-based education system, and infrastructure development, but there was also resistance. The Philippine-American War left deep scars, and independence only came in 1946. Even today, the U.S. maintains a powerful presence through military bases, defense treaties, and economic ties. Some call it partnership, others call it influence. 5. Japan, from invasion to investment. World War II changed everything. Japan invaded and brutally occupied the Philippines from 1942 to 1945. Millions of Filipinos suffered under their rule, but surprisingly, post-war Japan transformed into one of the Philippines' closest economic partners. Today, Japan invests in roads, trains, and disaster recovery efforts. They've become one of the largest providers of development aid, proving that even wartime enemies can become peacetime allies. 6. China, a friend, a foe, or a future superpower. China's growing power in Asia has sparked tension, especially in the South China Sea, where Beijing claims territory that the Philippines also considers its own. Chinese fishing fleets, artificial islands, and naval patrols have made headlines. Yet at the same time, China is pouring billions into Philippine infrastructure under its Belt and Road Initiative. Is this the beginning of greater cooperation, or quiet control? That's the question many Filipinos are asking. 7. Russia, a new player with big ambitions. While not historically connected to the Philippines, Russia has made efforts in recent years to establish closer ties. From military equipment deals to diplomatic visits, Russia wants to counterbalance American and Chinese influence in the region. Though their presence is still limited, the Philippines sees Russia as a potential partner for diversification, especially in defense and energy. 8. South Korea, culture, trade, and tourism. South Korea may not be a traditional power player, but its cultural and economic influence is massive. The K-wave, K-pop, Korean dramas, and beauty trends has captured Filipino hearts. On the economic front, South Korea is a top trade partner and source of investment, especially in technology and manufacturing. Their relationship is built less on politics and more on shared values and mutual benefits. 9. India, the rising ally. India has been quietly strengthening its bond with the Philippines, especially through defense cooperation and digital infrastructure, with both countries facing maritime challenges and sharing democratic ideals. The Philippines sees India as a strategic counterweight to China. Bilateral trade is increasing, and both sides are exploring opportunities in IT, education, and naval collaboration. While India isn't as loud as other players, its intentions are clear: long-term friendship with shared regional goals. 10. Australia, the silent guardian of the Pacific. Australia and the Philippines enjoy a relationship built on trust, security, and humanitarian support. From joint military exercises to natural disaster aid, Australia has proven to be a consistent and reliable partner. Their quiet diplomacy contrasts with China's aggressive expansion. But make no mistake, Australia watches closely, ensuring peace in the Indo-Pacific remains intact. Their goal isn't dominance, but balance. The Philippines has always stood at the crossroads of global power. From colonial ambitions to modern-day alliances, this nation has endured waves of influence from all corners of the world. But make no mistake, the Philippines is not just a pawn on the global chessboard. It's a nation of resilience, pride, and rising independence. As the world shifts and new superpowers emerge, one thing is clear: the Philippines will continue to be a land worth watching and protecting. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe for more powerful insights into the world's most fascinating countries.